Hey everyone, it's Maria again. Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a little bit different of a video than my usual. I know I haven't necessarily done a video like this, but I thought considering the times right now, I think it would be appropriate. Obviously, as you can see, I'm in my car right now, so excuse me if I'm kind of like looking off in the distance. I just kind of don't want to look like an idiot. I thought I would just kind of talk about what's been going on as far as the coronavirus and my standpoint on it. Not standpoint, but my experience. You guys may not have known this, but I am a registered nurse. I'm actually a new graduate nurse, which means I finished school not that long ago. Being a new grad nurse during this time, well, being a new grad nurse in it of itself is already pretty intimidating and kind of scary. But to be one during the coronavirus and during a pandemic like this is interesting, to say the least. I am now on my own, so that is a little bit intimidating. Just this whole, I guess, experience is, I guess, not what I expect as far as being a new grad nurse. Initially, we were not even, I feel like in the beginning, when it was first coming out, it was not as, it was not as, I guess, on our guard as much. And then gradually, you know, red flags started coming up with the cases and all the outbreaks going on. And so eventually, we were able to be provided with some masks. They were the masks that weren't as good. You know, maybe it's like the cheaper mask that you have to tie at the top and then at the bottom. Sorry, I had to take off my jacket just because it kept showing like where I was working at and everything. But yeah, so like I was saying, the masks originally that we were provided were the kind with ties that would take a little longer to put on, and I didn't really prefer that one as much. A few weeks later on, we were starting to get screened at work, and that required, you know, walking to the entrance of the hospital, the employee entrance that is, and then being asked if we have a new onset of fever, cough, and shortness of breath. And then with that, they would take your temperature, either temporal, which is when they run it across your forehead, and then a little bit on the back of your ear. And then now they're also doing like the infrared, and then also they provide you with hand sanitizer and a mask, of course, and then you go on about your day and your shift. And so that all sounds like it took like an overnight, but it really was like a gradual process of like a few weeks. And me being the avid audience member of the news going on, I was kind of wondering when it would take place that we would start doing a lot of enforcements at work. It's always scary to work at the hospital for fear of like catching anything, but with this pandemic going on and then being like a new grad nurse, like it was just kind of like everything all at once. And so now the situation is that, and then also we're kind of sort of, since I am not on the critical care department per se, or the ER per se, or ICU, Of course, I'm not as affected and not as front of the lines as they are. But right now, the main focus at hospitals are the COVID cases. And with that, a lot of people don't want to go to the hospital. People don't want to go to the hospital unless it's absolutely essential. Um, I think right now, being a new grad nurse, it's a little conflict for me because there's only so much I can do with my little experience. So obviously, I can't qualify for everything out there, and it's just really risky right now. And I don't think I'm in that position as much as I do want to help. With that said, I just thought this is such a historic moment and such an eventful time in my life, especially with me being in this type of career. Um, I thought I should share with you guys on um, just kind of my experiences, and um, I'm sure people are curious to know. And also, just for my own sake of just really remembering this time, I really want to document this historic moment in time. You know, it is a bit of a tragedy, unfortunately, but if I can kind of um, document this experience and be able to remember this and share with my future kids how it was for me, um, then that would be something to take away from this. Right now, I'm just trying to update myself as much as possible. Obviously, not the news is not the most reliable source all of the time, but I have been trying to keep up as much as I can with that, and then also my work policies and the emails that I get from work and the notifications that I get from work, which is more, it's reliable. And then also my school, my nursing school, because so it's a lot of things that I'm trying to keep up with to be informed, well informed. Also, a little bit obligating for me just because I am kind of one of the only ones in my immediate family, at least in the nursing field. I understand a lot of people may be struggling during this time, and I just hope that we can all get through it. And I know that sounds cliche, but I really do. And we can just do our part, then we can help minimize this experience for us. It is kind of a life and death situation right now, and that's really the changing factor between our decisions and why these restrictions are kind of important right now. Obviously, the economy is another factor, and it shouldn't be hard actually to compare the two when it comes to the economy and money, but after a while, I'm sure it can take a toll on many people. And I don't want to be political right now, so I'm going to stop it right there. I might as well just take advantage of the opportunity or the time and just do it right now to just share with you guys a little something personal about me than the other videos that I've done. And so whenever I do see like the few people that I still see, granted they're no more than 10 people, of course, still trying to follow the rules and keep in touch somewhat, but I know even that is a little much to ask right now, but you know uh, so yeah, it's in the back of my mind whenever I see them. And it's weird. It's like a weird feeling that I feel like I play such an important role, and one that is so makes a difference in people's lives. But at the same time, I know that people have reason to be a little bit feel fearful right now and precautious, and so whether that means they have to stay a few feet away from me or not hug me and shake me, like no one really should at this point, but I'm a little like more hesitant to step out in my scrubs. So, some people might be a little bit more uncomfortable with like contamination and everything like that. Been really trying to take extra measures, like when I come home. Obviously, wipe down my stethoscope. I wipe down all of my pens, um, all of my items. Sometimes I do it twice, like some at the nursing station, and then again, more wiping down when I get home, because we do have some wipes at home, thank God. People are also telling me of how they kind of like, I guess, strip down and like change into like other clothes as soon as they get home, which I did too, but I didn't quite do it like right at the door. So now I'm starting to do that, especially because I have my mom living with me and my sister and my husband. So it's the four of us, and like anything that I can do. I know it sounds a little OCD. Some papers that I like, I would like to keep for reference from work, I put them in a plastic bag, and hopefully I can make like a photocopy of it at some point. But anything that I can do, since I'm already at high risk as it is, whatever I can do to kind of decrease my chances, I'll do it. Of course, nothing is a guarantee, just really decreasing your probability of contracting anything. But sorry if it was a little disorganized. I just wanted to share my experiences during this time in my life. If you guys like this kind of vlog, if there's any nurses out there, then let me know, and for my own sake at least, and maybe for other people's, it'll be helpful for me to like voice these type of concerns and these type of feelings, especially since we're all like, I guess, isolated right now and in quarantine. I think technology right now is really like playing a part in everyone's life, and eventually I have to come to terms with this type of reality that that it's being used as a coping method for a lot of people. And so I do like that part of it. Is there something out there that you guys do that you think is a little OCD that maybe you haven't done before? Whether or not you're in the healthcare field, like, let me know any tips and tricks or anything maybe with your family that you've been concerned about. Let me know. And at least for me, it's always in the back of my mind. I have also my family's kids that are around here and there, that I'm always like kind of like hesitant to give them a hug. Just wanted to say that. Let me know if you guys like this video, these type of videos, or if you want to share your concerns and your experiences, like, feel free to do that in the comments. And yeah, I'll keep sharing with you guys any updates about my life as well. Thank you guys for putting up with this quick little impromptu vlog that I did, spur of the moment. I hope it wasn't too all over the place for you. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe and stay sane. Bye, guys.